Hello, my dear students. So, today we will discuss the remaining part of chapter number 5. So, the topic is the mechanism of electrolysis. So, the concept of the mechanism of electrolysis was first explained by the Swedish chemist, that is Avante Arrhenius, that is in 1887. So, the main postulates of his theory are these. First is an electrolyte on dissolving in water dissociate into free cations and anions and allow the flow of electric current through it. Okay, so whenever any electrolyte is dissolved in water, it will dissociate into cations or anions and they will allow the current to pass through them. Now the next is the degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation means the limit up to which any electrolyte will dissociate, or you can say it will break up into ions. So degree of dissociation means that limit. Now the next is all ions carry an electric charge and are responsible for the flow of current through the solution. The amount of the electricity conducted by the electrolyte depends upon the concentration of the ions in the solution. So all the ions, they carry electric charge and they will allow the current to flow through them, and the amount of electricity depends upon the concentration of the ions, that in how much amount the ions is produced or dissociate. Now the number of the positive charges on the ions equals the number of the negative charges and the solution is in electrolytic equilibrium. So both the charges, the number of the positive charges and the negative charges are equal. That's why you can say the solution is in equilibrium, means balanced situation. Now what are the characteristics of electrolysis? So first is the passage of electricity through an electrolyte causes the metallic ions to migrate towards the cathode and non-metallic ions to migrate towards the anode. So the metallic ions will migrate towards the cathode and non-metallic will migrate towards the anode. Non-metallic means anions and metallic means cations. Okay, now the preferential discharge of the ions depend upon its position in the electrochemical series. So we will discuss later about the electrochemical series. Basically it is the arrangement of the metals. Okay, now the number of the electrons gained by the anode is equal to the number of the electron donated by the cathode. That I have told you, that will be in equilibrium. Now the product of electrolysis are formed at the anode and the cathode itself. So the product we will get at the anode and the cathode. Since the exchange of electron takes place only at the surface of the electrode, and the exchange of electron will take place only at the surface of the electrodes, whether it is the cathode or anode. Only hydrogen gas and metals are liberated at the cathode. So at the cathode what will liberate? Only the hydrogen gas and all the metals, and this is known as electropositive elements. So all the elements which will liberate at the cathode, whether they are the metals or the hydrogen gas, all them are known as electropositive elements, and only the non-metals will be liberated at anode and they are called electronegative elements. So this you have to keep in your mind, what things will be liberated at cathode and what things will be liberated at anode.